Yo, what is up guys, Pilav here. Welcome to another video. Today I'm gonna draw my life. Welcome to Picasso Simulator Part 2. And this one I'm gonna continue where I stopped in last one. Oh shit, wait, I forgot where I stopped in last one. Pilav draw my life. Let's see. Yo, what is up guys, Pilav here. Welcome to another
professional
video.
YouTuber boys.
Shut the fuck up, Pilav man. Where did I stop in last one? Female baby, and it was my sister. So 1996 I got a sister. Okay. Sorry guys, I'm just way too good at this YouTubing stuff. Anyways, welcome to another video. Today we're gonna continue with Draw My Life. Welcome to part 2. So 1996, my sister was born. She's a little baby, obviously a little baby sister. Healthy and shit, thanks to God, Jesus, Allah, there we go. She's sad because babies usually cry. This is not a mustache. Let's give her some hair. Of course, she had a little bit of hair. Little bit of hair here as well. I'm kidding, okay? I'm kidding. My sister didn't have pubes. This is a joke. So this is my sister, my little baby sister, and I don't know how many of you actually do have a younger sister or brothers, but once you get one, everything becomes your fault. Whenever your parents are fucking mad at random things in life, I don't know, just a job, your parents are mad at job, mad at having small penis, your father, whatever, it's all your fault. So from that day on, everything that happened bad, it was my fault. Cool story, bro. Anyway, so my sister was born, I was 4 years old, so I can't really remember a lot of things. I do remember one thing though, like that was my biggest fear when I was still, you know, a little boy, 4 to 6 years old. I had this like nightmare where I actually dream, I'm actually dreaming, so this is me, I'm like sleeping. Oh my god, I hate drawing things, man. I'm sleeping on bed, there you go, Pilav here as well. Pilav, you see this? Pilav, you see that? Oh my god, that's a good joke, right? Come on, please click that like button for this joke. So I was sleeping every night, there is a window just to make sure it's night, there you go, a moon, stars, blah 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 blah. So I'm sleeping every night and I had this like thing, nightmare as it said, where in my dreams, I'm actually dreaming of going to toilet and peeing, man. So it's basically me dreaming, like, okay, I need to pee. Then I go to toilet, but in my dream, I take up my dick and I pee, like, And then every morning when I wake up, of course, I peed in bed, I peed in dream, and I'm like covered in piss. And of course, when my mom or my dad see that, my parents, when they see that, I get beat up. So, I mean, I couldn't control that, so just peeing literally every single night. Sometimes you get like infections, you know, because dude, you just pee, man. Maybe I pee like 3 times a night, you know. And then when I wake up, it's like for 10 hours, you know, my fucking dick. Then I get like dick infection and shit, you know. I remember like I got a few times, got like a leg infection. It's all because of that, man. So I couldn't control that. I had just those dreams of me peeing. But yeah, I was still a little boy. As time goes on, I met the guy, I met my friend. He was my first friend and my best friend at that time. He was 1 year younger than me. So this is my friend. He's probably gonna watch this video. So yo, what's up, man? His name was Pilav. Okay, his name was Pilav. Let's give him a nice little hat. It's my first friend ever. Let me just draw myself. A little nice Clint Eastwood hat. There we go, man. This is me and Pilav, and we were like together. We were like friends since we were like little babies. Of course, can't remember what we did when we were babies. But once we grew up, we did all the crazy shit. Pilav is kind of guy. He's like a unique kid. He was a unique kid. You know, I was lucky enough to actually live in a neighborhood, in a street with a lot of people, a lot of kids, same age as I am, same generation, but not the same age. They were like, other kids were like 1995, 1994, you know, 2 years younger than me, and they were still babies at this time when me and Pilav actually hanged outside. So they were like 2-3 years old, couldn't hang with us. So what we did was, we hang with older people, okay? We hang with, what the fuck is this? Let's just try to do it like this, and then this guy, you know, has like a Muslim hat. But basically, we hang with other older people, and usually they like play football and shit, you know, like what kids do. They were like 7, 8, 9, 10 years old. But Pilav was a unique kid. He never liked playing football and shit. He always wanted to do some crazy stuff. Always had some crazy plans, and that's what we did. Me and him, there you go, let's put him in the heart. There you go. So me and Pilav, we love each other. Of course, I need to write down no homo, because a lot of people call me gay. So no homo, there we go. And usually we hang out with these guys, so once we get bored, what we do is we just do some crazy shit. For example, climb trees. This is a tree, there we go. We climb trees, like it was pretty fun, man. Pretty fun experience in my life. I'll never forget those years. So we climb trees. This actually looks like we're having sex with the tree. No, we're not. So we're like climbing trees, climbing random walls, going into like a neighborhood's backyards and shit, you know, exploring, trying to sneak past their like dogs and shit. It was pretty actually extreme for that age. We were like 6 years old. You know, I just wake up and I just can't wait to see my friend so we can do some crazy stunts. Meanwhile, also, I got, it was like 1998. I got, it was time for me to go to kindergarten. Kindergarten is place with all those kids. Think before you go to school. Man, look at these drawing skills, dude. Kindergarten, boys. We can like do a fence as well. Shit, and then there's like a tree. Then there's like a sun. Dude, I'm actually sick. So this is kindergarten. I was like, yeah, man, time for me to go there with my sombrero. The thing I remember about this thing was, first day when I was there, there were like 200 kids with their parents. I was there with my mom. So there were like 200 kids with their parents, and they were like 95% of those kids were crying, man. They were all just fucking crying, man. It was pretty weird for me, like, what the fuck's happening? Are they gonna kill us or something? I thought it's like next, you know, Hitler camp, you know, like with all the where all the Jews got stalked and then they killed in the end. May rest in peace, Paul Walker. But yes, that was the war joke I fucking did this year. Anyway, I apologize to Paul Walker's family and to Vin Diesel. Anyways, everyone was crying. I thought maybe they're gonna, I don't know, like at least cut my testicles or something. Like, why is everyone fucking crying? And then my mom told me, you know, like, I'm going home, you're gonna stay here with other kids. That's why they're crying, because, you know, they won't be with their parents. And I'm like, yeah, but that's a good thing, you know, because I only got used to not be at home with my parents and shit. Like, as I said, I wake up, I eat my breakfast, and I go outside with this guy Pataus, and we just fuck around until like 10 p.m. then I go home to sleep. Basically, that was my life. So I was already used to that kind of not being with parents so much thing, and I was like, okay, cool story, bro. Yes, I did that for like 2 years, but as I said, I was always like waiting for this shit to end so I can go home, do this thing. Climbing a tree with my bro. It was pretty cool. But now we need a new paper because I actually did pretty a lot of drawing here. Do you wish to say? Yeah, we gotta save this. Fucking a tree. Okay, so it's year 1999. And we can actually say the worst year of my life. I don't know how many of you actually do know. I don't know if you actually remember 1999, especially if you lived in here on Balkan, Serbia especially. You would know that in 1999, organization called NATO, NATO, let's write that down, NATO. I don't know what that stands for. I actually remember, wait, it was something like North Atlantic Treaty Organization, if I'm not wrong. Let me see. NATO. Let's see, boys. Not North Atlantic Treaty. What the fuck organization? Basically, what they did was they fixed things when it comes to some political issues, war issues, and at that time we had some, you know, blah 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 blah. And in order to, I don't know, balance things, they had to bomb my country. So what they did was they bombed my country. This goes here, like this one. Okay, so this is my country, and I live here, and it was wartime. So it was war in 1999 in Serbia. It was pretty fucking bad. Every day there were like sirens, you know, like. You know, whenever you hear that, that means get the fuck out of the streets, hide, okay, just fucking hide, because that means they're like planes spotted in air and they're about to drop some bombs.
Oh, I like dropping bombs.
And if you wanna live, you gotta fucking hide. It was pretty bad. We didn't go to school. As I said, we barely go outside because you never know when this plane's gonna drop a bomb. It was actually pretty insane. And we all just, you know, had to hide all the time. Everyone was crying and shit. I remember one night, I'll never forget that, dude. I was sleeping, of course. And it was pretty late, so I was sleeping, that's me. And then my mom fucking rushed into my room, okay? She's like, get up, get up. Everything is like shake, it's like earthquake. I swear to God, it was like earthquake. Everything falling down, all the plates from fucking cellar and thing. Everything was just fucking disaster. I thought it was like an earthquake. I don't know what the fuck was that. And then I realized, oh shit, they're bombing us again. But it was pretty close to my house. It was like 1 kilometer away where the bombs fell. And everything was shaking, dude. So everyone in our neighborhood, in our street, were like panicking and shit. It was like disaster, man. So there was like bomb, explosion. So what we did was, we went outside with all other neighbors. They were like those canals, let's say, so do you call them canals, in front of every house. And we all hid it. We all lay down on canals. I'll never forget that. And they were like planes. Let me try to draw some planes. There you go, there were like some planes dropping bombs and shit. It was pretty fucking bad. And there were like explosions, boom, 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 boom. And we were like hiding here, trying to survive. It was pretty bad, I'm not gonna lie. Once it got sorted out, we actually continued with my school. Also, meanwhile, in my school, I met a lot of new friends. So these are my friends, new friends I had. I'm just so fucking lazy to draw all the kids. So what I'm gonna do is like multiply this for like, I don't know, like of course, I had like 30 friends in my class, but I didn't talk to everyone. So I think I taught like 10 of them. It was pretty cool. So 10 of my friends, I got 10 new friends. But as I said, as always, everything I wanted to do was go home, finish with the school, go home and play with my neighbors and do all the crazy stuff. So it was all a pretty cool story. And fuck the war. Fuck the war!
Stand the fuck up!
I don't want to give up. I refuse to. My blood pressure is like 300.